What's going on, Amazon? Today we're going to take a quick look at this PT760 gas leak detector by TopTes. All in all, I highly recommend this little unit. I want to preface this by saying I do have other equipment by TopTes that you will see here, and I trust these guys at this point. This is my second one, and they both work fantastically. This one is really like a everyday driver kind of deal. It's going to be good at a lot. It's compact, it travels easy. We'll talk about all that in a second. It does have these, so if you want to pause and look at that, but we're going to go over all that. With all the TopTes equipment, I have found that their user manuals are very good. There's no grammatical errors, spelling errors, issues, and they do contain some very good information if you're not familiar with this kind of stuff. I'm a contractor guy, so I've been around this stuff basically my whole life. So on this page here, it actually shows you values of danger, basically. Once you read through this, it tells you everything you need to know about working with combustible gases. Well, about safety around different levels, concentrations of combustible gases. Anyway, read through that. It's a good manual, good information. Now, onto the unit. Comes in a nice soft shell case, and this particular case has a loop on the back, so you can hang it, belt it, you know, do whatever you want with it. I thought that was a neat feature. They didn't have to include that. I like that a lot. So it has also two zippers instead of one, which, you know, two is one and one is none. So I really appreciate that also. The case is very nice. It has an included USB-C cable, little net pocket to keep your cable there, and it comes with a strap that keeps this from falling out. Also, nice detail right there. Now, when we take this out, I do have it fired up already. When you first turn it on, it's going to go through a 30-second sensor warm-up. So the sensor in here gets warmed up for 30 seconds before it's able to detect anything. This one has low and high sensitivity levels indicated by the SH at the bottom here. That's sensitivity high. Press it again, sensitivity low. Gives you the percentage. It shows you the power's on. This one also has a flashlight built in, which is super helpful when you're doing these kind of things. Now, what I love about this one is it fits in my hand and it easily fits in my pocket. It folds up, it goes everywhere. But if I need to reach something, I have a 12-inch reach and it works great, extended and collapsed. I've tested this extensively at this point because I own a business, and like I said, I'm a contractor. So my reputation is on the line, as well as my insurance policies when it comes to safety stuff. So I do trust these, and it collapses right up. And this one actually, I will show you how sensitive this is. I'll put it on sensitivity low. This is the lowest sensitivity out of the thing, right? Watch this. Did you see how fast I tapped that lighter? And I instantly read a dangerous concentration level. There's a slit in the side here on both sides. So if you can't get the sensor completely, you know, perfect to the joint that you're testing, you can get from the side, it catches it just the same. So the sensitivity on these are fantastic. They detect propane, natural gas, as well as a few other things. Those are the two main ones most people are going to be concerned with. Now, I do like this, and like I said, it's going to be an everyday driver at this point. It has a textured feel to it, like a rubberized kind of grip, and it's not lightweight in the aspect that it feels badly made, but it's lightweight, but it feels solid. I mean, there's no creaking or cracking. I mean, it's a solid little unit. Love that it has the built-in rechargeable USB-C, so I don't have to buy batteries and worry about batteries going bad or leaking in my equipment anymore. This is definitely a recommend. I absolutely love this, and the fact that it has a flashlight is great. Also has a auto power off after 5 minutes, so that's super helpful to save the battery. Now, here's the original one I got from TopTes. This one has a couple more features, but it's also much larger. As you can see, I got to kind of move this one out of the way. So there's a couple benefits to this one, but like I said, this one will do 90% of what I need to do. This one I will carry as a backup on the tool trailer. This one will stay in my truck and it will go wherever I go from now on. This one does exactly the same thing, only it indicates in a different way. So it's just as sensitive, but it's also much louder. All right, we'll do them both at the same time so you can hear the difference. Hear the difference? So this one's much louder. This one's a little bit more pleasant to work with, to be honest with you. This one has 3 sensitivity levels, low, medium, and high. You can turn the auto power off function off on this one. So if you want this to stay on longer than 5 minutes of an activity, to make sure that your working area is continuing to be safe as you're standing there and working, this is the one I would choose, because you'd have to turn this one on every 5 minutes and then wait 30 seconds for the sensor to warm up. This one just stays on until you turn it off, and if you turned off that auto power off feature. This one also has a mute, so I can turn that loud obnoxious beeper off. You can see it's sensing full right now, and it's absolutely silent. So this one comes in really handy when I'm on a job site where I don't want to be disturbing people, and I can keep my eye on it, keep myself safe, and make sure the equipment's safe and everything's buttoned up the way it should be at the end of the job. This one also is rechargeable. However, this one is a mini USB. So this one is definitely an upgrade with the USB-C. This one's a mini USB. This one's smaller. This one's way bigger, has mute, and you can turn the auto power off. So, and this one's louder. This one's you can deal with a little bit better. Plus this one has a flashlight. So there's trade-offs, but they're both solid pieces of equipment from this company. They pick and brand really good gear. I've had this one for approximately 8 to 10 months now, and it hasn't failed me yet. And also that one did come with a case, but look how huge it is compared to this one. It's giant. So carrying this around is really cumbersome with that, you know, with the flexible wand on it. This one's just super convenient. So I highly recommend this. And just in case you guys care to see my background, this is what I started off with as far as, like, you know, affordable units that if they get stolen or broken, I don't care about. Back in the day, those, I mean, it takes regular batteries. It has no screen. It just beeps. It has an analog wheel here that adjusts the sensitivity, and it's a super big pain to use, but it does work well. It has a plastic end for the sensor, as opposed to both of these have metal ends, which will protect the sensor a lot better. So all in all, I highly recommend this little unit. If you're just doing basic stuff, have curiosity, or you need one that's with you all the time that doesn't take up a lot of space. And it has a flashlight. Did I mention it has a flashlight? I love having that there, because I can't tell you how many times when I test at the end of whatever I'm doing, I have one flashlight in my hand, and in my other hand I have this unit, and I'm manipulating this unit all around trying to get that sensor to be where I want it. Now the flashlight's right there. I got a steady pull to deal with, so I can put it accurately where I want it without it bending or twisting out of the way. If it hits other stuff, it'll move my hand instead of rebending the rod. So yeah, anyway guys, this is a great unit. Sorry that was so long-winded, but I did want to show you a couple examples and also show you that I've been working with these things for a long time. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. I do recommend them, either one, but this one is fantastic. I love it. It's going directly on the truck in my everyday tool bag, and it's going to live with me. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you found that information to be helpful if you're making a decision on whether to purchase this particular item. I appreciate y'all's time, and have a great day.
Okay. I've never seen one of these before, but I thought it was important because I have propane in my trailer, natural gas water heater. I have propane tanks for my Blackstone grill and my Weber. And then just about anything that's gas. It's not just natural gas. It's anything. So it comes in this nice little zipped up container. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. You can see it better. Yeah, it fits right in there. It's got a USB charger. It came almost fully charged. When you turn it on, it takes like 20 seconds. It counts down to get calibrated. But check this out. I thought this would be a perfect experiment. I've gone through my house looking for any sort of leak, but this is just a standard butane torch. So what I thought would be a great experiment is we'll turn this thing on, just barely turn it on. You can hear it coming out now. And it instantly senses it. I'm going to turn this off. You can barely tell that this torch is on. It's a quiet house as I can hear. So I turned it off. And eventually that will go away. So there's still gas in the air. Yeah. Super sensitive. I'm going to do it again just to barely touch it. You can't even hear that it's on. So it's a great safety product. I've never had anything like this. Super glad I have it now. I went and tested everything that we had that had any sort of gas just to make sure there was no leaking, especially in my camper, my trailer. Very happy with it. Super simple. Just keep it charged and ready, and I would just suggest regular testing. I'm going to start doing it all the time now.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen zur Videorezension von diesem Gasleckprüfer. Ja, also erstmal einschalten, dann kalibriert sich das Gerät. Das sollte man natürlich möglichst bei einer relativ sauberen Umgebung machen. Ja gut, hat man in der Stadt wahrscheinlich sowieso nicht so, jedenfalls nicht in so einer dicht bevölkerten Stadt. Einmal gucken. Weil das Ziel ist, bin jetzt hier gerade an einer Tankstelle, wo man Autogas tanken kann. Und mal ein bisschen Geduld haben. Und dann checke ich mal, wie gut das Ding funktioniert. So. Das ist auf 0. Einmal sehen, wenn ich meinen Innenraum, da riecht es ein bisschen nach Benzin. Zeigt er jetzt nichts an. Na gut. Dann schauen wir mal. Na gut, also hier passiert erstmal gar nichts. Spannend wird es wahrscheinlich in dem Moment, wo man, also die Autogas tanken, die wissen, dass man in dem Moment, wo man abkoppelt, mal ein bisschen Gas entweicht. Da könnte man nochmal gucken, ob das dann funktioniert. So, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt, was er anzeigt. Noch steht er auf 0. Ah ja, ganz viel jetzt, ne? Ja. Das ist immer der normale Effekt, wenn man den Gasanschluss abkoppelt. Ja, scheint also zu funktionieren.
Hey all, thought we'd just do a very quick unboxing and overview of this TopTes combustible gas leak detector. Really nicely designed, nice packaging right off the bat. Comes in this nice little zippered case to protect it. Has a very extensive instruction manual with every language you would possibly need, including English. But overall, it's a pretty cut and dry product. So you've got it's nice and compact. When you turn it on, it boots up, and conceptually you always want it to be 0 because that means there's no gas leaks, right? The reason I got it was every now and then we've had some issues with our Con Ed gas power where I swear there's like a smell of gas, and this way I can kind of just feel safe, and it's either it is or isn't leaking around our meter and everything. So to use it, you just pull this wand out as far as you want. Obviously it extends, you can kind of get into crevices and so forth, but you can pull it out to whatever you need. Your goal is to kind of, you're going to be to put it around. I mean, unless it's so obvious the smell, you're trying to figure out where the leak's coming from. It does have a little light here with this little icon here, and then you have 2 sensitivity settings, set low and high, and basically you're going to walk around and wave this around where you think the smell's coming from, run it up and down the pipes and so forth, and like I said, hopefully you're always at 0, but if you're not at 0, this thing is going to help you because it's going to figure out where the leak is. And then when you're all done, it's got this nice little zippered case with the included USB cord to charge it. So not so fancy, but definitely could save some hassle if it discovers a leak that the gas company or so forth wasn't able to, or you just want to feel a little safer in your home. Talk to you later.
Okay, just to give you an idea of the sensitivity of this, this is kind of an extreme example, obviously, because it's right next to the grill, but it just saves a lot of time to do it. I'm just going to turn on the propane, and it immediately sees it. Oh, I can smell it too, but even when I can't smell it, I shut the gas off, wait for the wind to drop it down. It's very sensitive. Audible and visual. There's two different sensitivity settings, a low sensitivity and a high sensitivity. This one is on high sensitivity. You can see as the wind is causing the gas to dissipate that the number is dropping. And now there's no free gas. Fantastic. This is very, very useful safety meter. Not just for natural gas, but even for propane leaks.